evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of Ponies Gone Wild. I'm your host, Frit Burgundy, and per usual, yes, I am very, very intoxicated. But don't let that distract you. What I'm smoking is legal. What the PlayStation fanboys are inhaling is not. And no such individual is more guilty than the legendary pony himself, King Thrash Gaming, who was huffing glue and eating paint chips at the age of 4. Evidently, the same age he dropped out of school. Fortunately, that didn't matter to his parents. He was still a good tax write-off, so they kept him. And at the very young age of 30 years old, they handed him down a laptop so that he could fulfill his dreams of making horrible rap beats, and editing together videos of nothing but pure verbal diarrhea. He hasn't made a single parent proud, but he has amassed himself a following, and a pretty impressive one too. Joining me now is Femtenga to interview Mr. and Mrs. Thrash Gaming on the scene at their property.
Fred, I'm standing outside the Thrash household where I'm being told the family started shooting and screaming about Jamaba juice. I'm quite worried about my safety. I was not told it would be this dangerous out here.
Well, Femtenga, unfortunately for you, we can't afford bulletproof vests here at the BNN. YouTube has limited our ads on basically everything. So if you could just duck behind a car,
When I signed on board, you didn't tell me ponies could be this dangerous. I'm going to put in my 2-week notice after this.
This is why we're getting beat out by Fox News. Their reporters are willing to take a bullet. So much for journalistic integrity. Oh, we're still live. Okay, well, we were unable to get in contact with Mr. and Mrs. Thrash Gaming, so we'll never really get the full scoop on King Thrash's childhood growing up. But whatever it is that caused this young man to spiral out of control, we'll never know, as we received an update today that King Thrash has now targeted PC gamers with threats of robbing and beating them up if he ever catches them out on the streets, yo. Bringing light to the console wars in a way nobody could have ever imagined. So ladies and gentlemen, the footage we are about to show you is quite vulgar. I have to sleep behind this desk because I couldn't afford my rent due to the production costs of having to edit out the N-word every time King Thrash drops it. Viewer discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to see is some ghetto-ass shit.
Me seeing Spider-Man sell 1 million or less on PC is a wonderful thing. Because them PC ass, hoe ass, stank ass niggas slap the literal shit out of them dusty ass motherfucker. Go wash your hair, nigga. Niggas still wash their hair with baby shampoo ass, bitch ass, because the soap will sting my eyes otherwise ass niggas. You bitch ass niggas. If I see you on the streets, I'm robbing each and every last one of you niggas. You know it. Y'all niggas got the bread buying 4090s and then complaining about the price that your dumb ass spent on a 4090. Take the 3 resolution steps down and continue to play on that trash ass chip that you currently got, you thieving motherfuckers, but we're not talking about them.
Well, based on the crime statistics, yes, I do know it, King Thrash. Thank you for continuing to add to them. At the very least, he said the quiet part out loud that we're not supposed to point to. Many had suspected for a long time that this is the type of person King Thrash is. All we needed was confirmation that he was just another statistic. Won't be long before a community organizer yells as King Thrash approaches him, "I'm on your side! I'm on your side!" before being brutally shanked. So if you are a PC gamer and you live in one of those very liberal cities, be on the lookout for King Thrash. Be strapped. Be careful. The man is unhinged. The very idea that PC gamers can access his video games has led him to admitting that he will brutally assault people on the streets over it. And to him, that's a bragging right. Instead of a shelf full of trophies, he has a shelf full of crime reports on him. And what's more is if you have yourself a white girlfriend, ditch her, because she will most likely refuse to give police a proper description on King Thrash if you do end up getting shanked to death. Get yourself a nice Paisa chick. Paisa chicks got no problem reporting to police the man they see. Now we know what many viewers out there are thinking. Frit, this does not help the ponies, especially after the riot they pulled off in New York City this year. They were once trapping for drugs, now they're trapping on consoles. This is not good. No, it is not. The PC platform is simply too successful for its own good. It brings out the worst in console fanboys. It's now to the point where they are getting vicious over it. And much like the rap lyrics that the youth listens to, many have been inspired. Igor Buke 4068 says, "This is surpassing previous hits by King Thrash, even after the max. We got another unpredictable hit. Creativity and intelligence of this man never ceases to amaze. Straight to the point, a perfect KO. But it's much more than video game channel. This is education for how to think with your own head. It is proof for what you get by being honest. It's pure energy. Long live the only one, Thrash." Indeed, young trapper, there's nothing like King Thrash's intelligence. No, we're serious here on the BNN. We have not really met another person with the same level of intelligence as King Thrash. With grammar like this.
But stuff is just getting worser and worser, yes. It's getting worser out here.
You can truly tell the man is peak intelligence. Grammar doesn't even hold him back. Much like the education system didn't hold him back. He is a brilliant young mind. It takes a rational brain to beat down someone on the streets and mug them. At Spider Silva 147 says, "Respectfully, I've never seen a more delusional, purposefully deceitful and naive fan base than Xbox." Honestly, I cannot name you the last time someone like Colt Eastwood or Dealer Gaming ever made a 39-minute long video where they threatened to beat and mug people on the streets for the platforms they play, but I suppose this is the narrative we're supposed to go with. We're supposed to believe the side that can't punctuate is the one that's rational. The one that riots New York City is way more rational. Just in. I gotta watch my mouth. Sponsors are on standby, ready to cancel. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a very artistically expressive community. They contribute so much to society. Their participation brings great joy to our lives. And they make being a PC gamer all that much more safe. There's nothing to worry about. Just don't tell them you're a PC gamer. Just don't look at them in the eyes. Just don't be on the same block as them. Just don't cross paths with them. If you're a PC gamer, that's entirely your fault, I guess. This is not a hate crime. At 3/1/3 Gaming says, "A video hit TikTok like 2 weeks ago where 4 or 5 people were stealing PS5s and running out the front door at Walmart. I saw that and blasted, 'No one wants an Xbox.'" Again, I'm not sure what it is with the PlayStation community bragging about rioting cities, beating people up, and stealing. Stealing is like the one thing they like to brag about. Which console got stolen the most? Mine did. Ooh, Xbox sucks. You know, that's how much they love PlayStation. That's how grateful they are towards the PlayStation brand. Look at these loyal customers stealing mass quantities of your hardware from retail. I don't see that happening for Xbox, and I would consider that a good thing. But in this PlayStation community, looting and rioting is everything. What is greatest in life, King Thrash? To break into a Walmart and steal the PS5s from the front counter and feel the lamentation of the women. Now, I'm not quite sure what it is about the PlayStation console that drives these people mad, to the point that they will savagely beat others on the streets over it. Who knows what it is that Jim Ryan puts inside of the console. But whatever it is, it triggers dogs to crap themselves the minute they see a PlayStation.
Fred, what is it? What do you do? Did we get that on video?
Right there.
Fred.
Now, if that wasn't a sign to the parents to return that PS5, I don't know what else is. It is the Spider-Man 2 bundled edition, so our best guess here is the dog was afraid of seeing Mary Jane on the screen. Do not ignore an animal's actions. If they defecate the minute they see a PS5, you return that thing.
You see, there's a reason why Xbox fans come to this channel and have to speak logically, because they're not around the people that they need to speak illogical with. You see, you're not tricking other people. You're tricking Xbox fanboys who have been How do I make up a word that fits? Delusionalized.
Well, you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Do not come to King Thrash with logic. Miss him with that shit. Don't you dare come to King Thrash's channel trying to bring any logic or reason. Chances are he'll beat you down and mug you. And that is ultimately who the culprit is. Logic. It is the greatest enemy of a PlayStation fanboy. The ultimate disruption to their joy. Do not ruin their console warring with your facts and logic. And don't you dare think about using proper grammar. And avoid walking down the streets late at night if you're a PC gamer. You never know if King Thrash is right around the corner. Nonetheless, we are just a few hours short of a brand new year. Hopefully, there is no body to claim from King Thrash by the time we hit that new year. But come 2024, the console wars are going to get a lot more heated and a lot more extreme. Physical violence is what the PlayStation fanboys are now resorting to when it comes to PC gamers playing their games. And going into the new year, don't be surprised to see them in the headlines again. And warning, of course, if you're going to unbox your PlayStation, make sure you don't do it near an animal. This has been the Bong News Network, bringing you yet another enticing episode of Ponies Gone Wild. Tune in next week for some more insanity. But based on who we're covering, more like expect something in the next 24 hours. Thank you for letting me into your living room this evening. This has been Frit Burgundy, signing out.